Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Veal. We got your host, Terrence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Blake McCauley. Man, what's going on, Blake?
Hey, we said that we'd have an announcement coming up on one of our coming episodes, the last one we had. If everybody can see at the bottom, we've got that new sponsorship with Wing Station. Terrence,
Brr,
just
brr,
go ahead and
brr,
let the people know.
brr. Man, hey, shout out Wing Station, one of our newest sponsors, the best wings in the city. I'm telling you, go down there, get you that spilling the meal deal ASAP right now. Tell them we sent you. Hey this is huge. A great way to kick off 2026 for our show with a new sponsorship. So thank you, Wing Station. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, we're gonna do big things, man. Go down there and get you that spilling the meal deal, man. Tell them we sent you and it's the best wings. Get you those lemon pepper or just that buffalo with the ranch, the fries. Hey, how you a blast. How you a blast, man, for sure.
That spill in the meal deal, it's $11.49. You can get yourself an 8-piece wing, potato wedges, and a drink down at Wing Station. The address is 2119 Crumbs Lane, Louisville, Kentucky. Make sure you go down there. I, you'll People will see the commercial coming up later in the
Yeah.
episode, but I'm expecting an Oscar or whatever you give commercials, short films for.
Yeah,
I think we got one
so,
coming our way.
man, a little Tubi movie, maybe a Tubi or some Netflix, something like that, you know. But man, we getting our big Denzel, Matthew McConaughey on, Matt Damon. We all that. We doing big things over here, spilling the veal. Like I said, man, we appreciate all of our sponsors, everybody that supports us, man. We appreciate it, and we're gonna continue to keep building. Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the last time I'll say it this episode, maybe not. They have the freshest wings you are going to eat.
True.
I'm telling you, you're not going to get any of that nasty,
Man.
stringy chicken. Like, no, you're getting fresh chicken. It's coming out hot. It was
Hey,
about 20 degrees when we went out there. Didn't need to go into
man.
my car and warm up after that. Could have just standing out there and eat it the whole time. It was so warm. It warmed me up. That's all I needed.
Well, yeah, I like my wings cooked a certain way. I don't like big jumbo wings. I don't like the
Yeah.
big steroid wings. I like my wings to be small, the small authentic wings. Let me know that these are real chickens. Okay. But hey, nice, good, flavorful wings. Go down there and get you a spill in the meal deal. Tell them we sent you, and trust me, it's gonna be the best wings you ever had.
Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and they'll see that commercial later on in the episode in our first sponsored segment that we have. But before we head into the meat of our episode, talking about the men's team, Terrence, our women's team is on a roll right now. They beat Tennessee December 20th, and they've won 4 straight since then. Made it to the top 10, first in the ACC, and they got a big conference game coming up against Notre Dame tonight on ACC Network at 6. What do you think
Mhm.
about that, Terrence?
Man, shout out the ladies, man. They're doing wonderful things out there. Drop that 40 piece with a biscuit. That's what we do. That's what we do. And I know we haven't really been covering a lot of the women's basketball, and we're definitely going to start to do that more and more because they're playing awesome basketball. They're doing their thing. And I actually got a chance to kind of hang out with Randolph, Zach Randolph's daughter, and she's a really wonderful young lady, very talented, wonderful young lady. We got a chance to work close with each other during Luke Whitehead's camp that he had earlier this year, and I just got a chance to kind of see kind of where her headspace is at. She's a sophomore this year. She's real comfortable out there. And shout out to all the girls. Ziegler, she's a wonderful young lady, and all the ladies that are out there doing their thing. And we're going to be watching close, and we're definitely going to start covering them a lot more because they deserve a lot more light and a lot more attention. So shout out the ladies for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely if they keep that role, I mean, anytime we're covering a loss like the one we're about to cover, that we're definitely have a
Yeah.
little bit of not rain on the parade the whole time. We'll be able to hopefully cover some more 40-piece wins or something like that.
Yeah, we're trying to get those 40 pieces every time we step out there. So, hey, shout out them. This is Louisville. athletics all across the board. We represent everything Louisville. So hey, the fellas, y'all might need to take some lessons, man, for sure. Because hey, ladies out here doing it. They showing y'all how it's supposed to be done. So hey, let's get it together. But shout out everyone across the board, and we gonna keep on getting better for sure.
You had some ballers back in the day when you were at Louisville too. I know Angel McCautry was around. Did you ever hang out with anybody on the team or like watch any of their practices, see how they went?
Yeah, man, Angel was phenomenal. She was a beast. She worked on her game. I- a funny story about her. It was one late night. I was coming from the gym, and or actually, I wasn't coming from the gym. I was probably coming from somewhere I shouldn't have been at the time. But I saw her leaving the sack. Sack is a
Yeah, yeah.
was a
Student
place,
activity center.
student activity center. So they gave her access to that gym when she wanted to, and she would go in there and get shots up. She at any time of the night. I'm talking about this was maybe 2 in the morning. I saw her walking with her ball in her hand, you know, full sweat, lather. She just got it in. I couldn't believe it. So hey, she worked so hard on her game, and they were really good. All those girls, Monique Reed, I believe she's a head coach at Bellarmine right now. Shout out her. Definitely love to have you come on the show. But just all across the board, women they always work hard because they can't compensate for athleticism, so they have to really think the game out and be fundamentally sound. So and actually, a lot more women are a lot more athletic these days. You got more and more women dunking, making the game way, way more exciting. So, hey, we appreciate all the ladies that's holding us down. And yeah, you giving us something to really cheer for. I see a championship in our future, and keep it going, man. Keep it going, ladies. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, Walls has been killing it ever since you've been there, and
Yeah.
love to see him still doing it because there's not many legacy coaches around. I mean, as a Steelers fan, I feel like my childhood has officially kind of come to a close. No longer got Rick Pitino around, no longer got Mike Tomlin around as a Steelers fan. That guy's basically been a coach my entire life, so it's good to
Mike
still have hold
Tomlin,
on to
man.
Walls a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of people on their way out, man. Got Mike Tomlin. I just saw that, man. It's a lot of things going on, but hopefully anybody that's moving on, the transition, and hopefully they're passing down their knowledge and feeding it into those younger coaches, those younger players that are coming up, just giving all that game and that knowledge and passing it down. So we're gonna see our next greats, and we're just gonna keep it going on like that for sure. Yeah.
We'll dive into this Virginia game, 79-70 loss. We've now lost three of our last four. Terrence, the number one key that you had for TJ's three keys, our last episode, is we had to have good closeouts. And I don't know if we had a good closeout the entire night. What were your entire thoughts on this
Hey,
game?
man, hey, y'all got to start listening to TJ's three keys, man. That's what I'm saying. Y'all might want to tap in because, hey, I'm giving some knowledge you can't get in college. But look, hey, you got to understand that you got to know your personnel. I mean, they came out on fire. We didn't run them off the line. It's like we didn't even read the scouting report. But they came out 14-0. They got out on us pretty quick, and that kind of sealed the game. I mean, they made 14 threes. I mean, what are you going to do with that? So you gotta you gotta understand this ACC is high level competition, and you got to bring your A game every night. You got to come ready to play. And I felt like, yeah, we had a few injuries. We're injury prone right now, but we still got to muster up some will to make it happen. I see Ryan. He came out. He did what he could. I know he's playing with an injury, but shout out to him. Playing through injury and coming out there and giving us his all. But we shot poor. We are struggling to find consistent scoring. But Isaac, he came out. He had 23 for us. But I mean, that's we needed other production in other areas. We didn't get it. So that's kind of how it happened. Sonny didn't have one of his better games. I felt like he could have played a little bit more aggressively. Could have been played a little bit more stronger in the paint. But we'll work on that. We'll go back and look at the film, and we'll come back and we're gonna have a stronger game against Pitt. So you can't cry over spilled milk. You got to move forward, get on to the next game. But it's definitely some things that you got to take from this game, and you cannot let happen again. If we want to have any success in this ACC conference, there's some things we just can't allow. We have to have an identity. I feel like we don't have a real identity as a team, and we need to define ourselves, and whoever we are, we need to figure that out. So yeah,
I I mean, I respect PK too in the post game press conference. He's like, I mean, this product is it's unacceptable, and the play is undeserving of having like Louisville across the jersey right now. Like this isn't Louisville basketball, and it's gonna be fixed. I'm gonna make sure it's fixed. And the whole hiring
yeah,
process, heard the athletic
yeah,
director, he's like, I want somebody who is going to crawl to Louisville. And PK, just seeing how he's wired and everything, I doubt that guy got much
mm,
sleep last night. He was probably watching film
yeah,
nonstop, just trying to figure out
yeah,
what they can do next. But I mean, I think these next couple weeks, hopefully we can get Michael back. Ryan, you could tell he wasn't 100%, but I respect everything. Him going out there and just trying as
yeah,
hard as he possibly could, and he was still
yeah.
able to make an impact on the field or on the court when he was out
I
there.
mean, yeah, he still was able to make a significant impact while he was out there, but we need more. We need more production from those other guys. When one guy goes down, it's the next player step up. Samardo if Samardo went down, I'll step up. If I went down, George will step up, and then you uh, you got Jerry. Jerry went down. PK, Preston Knowles will come out there. Edgar go down. Andre
Shoot, Will
McGee.
Scott found his way
So
out on that court a few times.
Will Scott, Lee Steiden, all these different guys, man, that'll step up, walk-ons. I don't care who, anybody, because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I feel like we need that. We need other guys to step up. So we need other guys to step up. We need other players to actually come out there, and we're gonna have to lean on other guys to get us through, to get us over that hump, to get us to that next level until we get some of these other guys healthy. That's the bottom
And
line.
PK took the famous Bob Knight quote of the best motivation is your ass on the bench, and he said, "Unfortunately, we've got like 8 guys right
Yeah,
now. Like I can't really do that right now." And I mean, we had 2 walk-ons on the injury report. Like I don't understand what's going on
yeah.
right now. So, I mean,
Hey, we're banged up, but I just I just feel like you said, it's not Louisville. It's not what we're used to as Louisville fans, as Louisville, even as a player, as a former player, just not used to seeing that. So those guys are feeling it. They're gonna hear it. They're like, I'm sure they're holding themselves accountable. Like, guys, we got to figure this out. You guys should be talking to each other, trying to figure out what you have to do to bring this thing all the way full circle. But I believe in PK. I believe in the team. I believe in the whole coaching staff. I believe in everybody across the board that they'll get this thing turned around, and we're gonna make a push for this ACC conference for sure.
the whole off I mean, you Adrian Woolley, he's not really a point guard, and Ryan Conwell's not really a point guard. That's who our point guards have been. And when
Yeah.
you put Michael in there, I feel like when Michael is I feel like Michael will be back. If he's not, then Pat's being fed just a
Mhm.
false bill of goods because the way he's talking about Michael anytime in a press conference, he's like, he's gonna be
Yeah.
back, not sure when, he's working hard, but we're pretty
Mhm.
certain he's gonna be back pretty soon. And so when he gets in there, I feel like he's gonna be that ball dominant guard where Adrian should be able to play a little more off ball. Ryan's gonna be able to play off ball. But defensive
Yeah.
wise, like growing up watching you guys play defense and watching a Rick Pitino
Yeah.
style defense, like you guys could miss all the shots in the world, but you guys wouldn't let
Yeah.
somebody score on you, and you guys took pride in that. Just like the whole defensive side. Yeah,
Yeah.
your whole thoughts on that.
Yeah, just pride. It's a pride thing, and I feel like we kind of we keep talking about this. Oh, pride, playing defense. We didn't want to get scored on. Hey, I don't want to get scored on. I don't care about offense. I don't care about points. Don't score on me because that's the only time I got to hear Coach Mouth. So I want to make sure that I don't hear his mouth. I'm blocking your shot. I'm getting a rebound. I'm helping out. I'm talking. If I see you're out of position, I'm going to literally snatch you by the neck and get you in position. And Preston will say he'll do it. He snatched me up a couple of times. Preston had to snatch me up a couple of times, not physically, but just hey, make sure you in your position. Checking me. As a freshman, you got to check your teammate. You got because they're out there with you. So no one's bigger than the program. That's one thing out there. Nobody's bigger than the program. So you got to hold each other accountable, hold yourself accountable, and you'll see what happens. If you want to keep losing, everybody just do what they want to. But if we want to actually get some dubs moving forward, we're gonna have to lock in, play that defense, man, get some stops,
Go,
running people off the line, closing
yes.
out.
Going back on PK's press conference again, he said like undisciplined play comes from an undisciplined coach. This is all on me. Like he's taking 100% ownership. So I mean, I respect that. He could have just went in there and said, "Oh, what?" Like just made excuse after excuse. I mean, he's in there owning every single bit of it, and he's like, "I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure this
Mhm.
gets on track."
Only thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna kind of leave it here. PK, I'll say I know you. I know your effort. I know your effort is there. Can't teach effort, and everybody has to want it. When we're out there, we want to actually have a sense of urgency. We don't want you guys lollygagging, kind of like, oh, what are we doing here? We want to make sure everybody's in a good defensive stance. We're talking, and we actually look like we're engaged. Every possession, not just one or two possessions. We want to make sure we are almost to the point where we're ready to fight. I haven't seen anybody take an elbow to the chest, anybody just do anything that shows you're not going to come in our house and take anything from us. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that, just that aggression and that sense of urgency. And until we get that moving forward, we're probably not going to be able to be very successful, but we'll win some games. But if we're looking past the tournament, looking to go far into the tournament and really win some championships, we're gonna have to take it. Nobody's gonna give it to us. We're gonna have to snatch it out somebody's hand that's holding, and they're holding it so tight. So we're gonna have to pry their hands off of that. So, hey man, I believe in my guys. I believe in all of them. But hey, let's get it together. And these next games, we got to leave it all out on the line. We're not. I don't know where we're at in the rankings. We keep falling out the rankings. So now leave it out on the line. See what happens. That's where it
The
is.
last thing about his press conference, the first thing he talked about too was the whole London Johnson situation. And he took accountability for that and just saying how he hates how the messaging came out. And I think there was a little bit of PK thought he was getting London to play, but you know, we're in a different age of college sports where it's not necessarily up to the player and the coach if they're going to play anymore. And there's
Yeah,
more behind the scenes stuff.
yeah,
And you kind of understand the kid's got 2 years of eligibility. If you play
yeah,
him right now, he's down to one, and who knows by the time when he gets into that game, late
yeah,
January, where are we at? If Michael's not there, you just burned a year of eligibility. So I kind of understand both parts of that. It's tough because I mean we
yeah,
really need
yeah,
a guy like London right now who can be a point guard. But I mean I see both
yeah,
sides of it.
yeah, yeah. When you're trying to bring a guy along mid-season, and he wasn't supposed to play. Now he has to immediately get ready to play. It changes the landscape. It changes the chemistry of the team. But players are going to be players. If you can't find some way to incorporate them, give them a few plays, some plays he can stick to, that we just run these sets when he's out there, just to give us a breather or something, just to give us a different look. But I mean, it's chemistry. It's gonna take time to build chemistry, and PK will figure that out. But we just got to rock with the squad that we have available and get the job done.
We'll get into this week's good, bad, and ugly. We've got two good, two bad, and one ugly. So we'll go ahead and roll into the good. Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky. Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show.
All right. Okay. So this is a really great pass by Ali. Skip, and we know he's the best. I would say he's the best passing big man in the ACC. Uh, and he's just really just showing that, and it's opening it up because he's been a lot more aggressive. With that 3-point shot he's been knocking down lately. So he's starting to draw more eyes on him because he's making himself more available and making himself more aggressive, actually attacking like he's going to score, and then he kicks out, makes a wonderful move, kicks it out to Isaac, and he drills a 3. So he makes a move like he's going to attack, great spin move, kick out, great shot. So that's exactly what you want to see from Ali. That's when he's the most comfortable. That's when he's at his best. And right now, he's looking like the only guy that's actually creating plays for us. A 7-foot big man
Point guard.
actually our point guard, essentially. So he's the one that's actually creating. It's no sets he's running. He's just creating opportunities for the guys around him. And that's all we're missing. We just need somebody that's going to create opportunities for other guys around him. I mean, this is okay, but we need him inside. We need an inside presence. We need that balance. But shout out Ali, man. Okay, so we got Sonny. It's a great front by Conwell. Great front, actually. Like I said, I'm loving his effort. He's giving us what he can. He's giving us what he can right now. But I mean, this is effort right here. Look at this. This is effort. If we all kind of lock in and play just like this, and play aggressive and try to get our hands on the ball and get deflections, will make the game a lot easier. And let's cut it to a 4-point game, against Virginia. So I mean, we're dealing with a lot of injuries, and we got a lot of our best players are out, and we're still able to be right there. We can still pull some of these games out. We're that talented, but it's going to come from within. It's going to take a lot more focus and a lot more effort. You got a lot of these guys are going to have to step up. They're going to have to play a lot better than what they've been playing. They're going to have to kick it up a couple extra notches in order for us to really rack out some dubs. I like to see Javon get out there and shoot some more threes. If he stepped out, his shots been looking pretty decent. If he get more confident, we need him to stretch out a little bit more, get his shot up, and we're going to need everybody to play, just play above whatever level they think they've been playing, take it 5 notches above that.
Another thing we haven't hit on, Kenai was out with this game due to illness. I mean, we had, I think the night before the game, we had Michael, Kenai, Ryan, Cole Sherman, and Spencer Legg all on the injury report. So, I mean, that's 5 people on an injury report right there. And it's just, we had to battle for that one if we were going to win, because I mean, we've got so many injuries. It was about how much do you want it right there. And PK said they look more desperate, and throughout that whole game, Virginia looked like the desperate team that their season looked like was going in an opposite direction, and they needed a win. No, they've been hot, and they're just trying to stay on that, and we kind of fell stale.
Yeah, I mean, injuries are part of the game. It's the process. So you got guys healthy, you got some guys aren't healthy. Either you can play through it or you can't. Next guy step up. That's how it works. You're hurt, any next guy has to step up and be ready to play. You don't just coast until that guy gets healthy and say, no, you step up and you play better than him, to where now all eyes are on you. Now you might be taking a position now. Now your stock has risen. So a lot of these guys that you're getting a lot more opportunity, a lot more camera time, a lot more. We're leaning on you. So now you have an opportunity to prove yourself and to improve your stock, So, I mean, yeah, that's how it goes.
When that score gets to 14-0 that early, like that quick, and you hear the crowd like getting restless, as a player, are you like, do we need a timeout here? Or are you looking to just get a ball in the basket and just roll from there?
I don't know. I mean, I've been down 18 points, and we were able to come back. And so you don't get down on yourself. Yeah, you get down in the game, but there's enough time to regroup, get yourself together, and come back. And those are the even better games. When you down 18, down 19, and you come back and win. So that shows what happens if you reach down, you don't give up, and it's hard to play with the lead too. You get comfortable, you start taking more difficult shots than you normally would. So you're actually at a little bit more at an advantage to come out and overtake that team. But yeah, that's what I think.
All right, we'll go ahead and head into our too bad.
Okay. Okay, we got Sonny on, and this kid, I believe he's about, I believe they have him listed at 7 foot, or he's close to Sonny's height, but they look around roughly the same height. But this play really stuck out to me because it just kind of, and we love Sonny, we love what you're doing, but your potential to be better is, the sky is the limit, for you. I think you're going to be a wonderful player moving forward. I think that you have a great attitude, but this right here, into you have to put your elbows into this kid's sternum right now. Okay, so now, and when we're watching this, we notice that, bam, if you stop it right there, if you kind of go back a little bit, um I see that Sonny is fouled. The kid does pull on his left arm there.
Yeah, he definitely
He
got away
pulled,
with one.
so he got away with the foul. Got you. You got fouled. He pulled your arm down. In this aspect, if he feared you, his arm would never come in there. All right, I'm sorry. The reason why his arm is there because he knows you're stronger than him. But you need to make him pay for this. Bam, the arm should come off. It should literally come off of his body and into the basket, and you should be dunking on his head. Right there, his arm is off, it's hanging, and that's a dunk for you. Okay, but I need Sonny, just go in there. You have to get you a couple of different go-to moves. I like to see him get a jump hook, face up, a duck in, just different variations, up and under. And just different moves that he can get to that makes him feel comfortable. He's really comfortable in the pick and roll, but I like to see him just step out, get him even take his shot some more. Just get comfortable with the game. You're fine. You don't have to worry about anybody coming to take your position or anything. You got free reign. Okay. So you can be out there, you can be comfortable, get comfortable with your game, get used to basketball over here and just take over. Everybody's looking for you to take over. You're one of our top guys right now. You got to play like it, big fella. You got to go out there, 6 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, we seen you, like I told you before, I seen you get 13 rebounds, 14 rebounds. I seen you score 18 points, 16, 18 points. I'm expecting to see that. So I know what you're capable of doing. I've seen you do it. Do that. But we still love you. This is just a teaching point, but there's no way that kid should be blocking your shot in the paint.
Get into number 2.
All right. So Sonny, he talks, he calls out for the screen, and you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to be talking. And I don't know if Isaac just completely ignores him, but Isaac, you got to know where you're at. You got to know when you're switching. I mean, he's saying switch, and you're not guarding anybody. You have to know what's going on and be ready to be in a position. They killed us from 3. I
That guy
mean,
had
this is
5 right there. He
yeah,
already had 5 threes at that point, or had 4 at that point. That was either his
yeah,
5th or
4.
6th.
he should not be scoring any threes, getting any looks like this with 6:55 left in the game. We should already know by now, like, okay, we don't want him to shoot. We don't want anybody to shoot. We don't want anybody. We want to make sure we're up in somebody's chest, running them off the line. Now, this is a deep three, but if you're up on him, if you're in a defensive stance, ready to get up and switch, this is a shorter closeout distance. We really struggled on closeouts this game. Really struggles, but yeah. So, and this is kind of indicative of you know what was pretty much going on the whole game.
And I feel like when we mentioned the whole zone thing, how people were like, let's just switch to a zone, do something. And I feel like
Mm,
that kind of shows right there, like our guards up top,
yeah,
you've got to have those aggressive guards. When you had a 2-3, you had Peyton up
man.
top, you had PK up top, you had somebody like that who was
Yeah,
going to be all over those guards when they
right.
caught the ball. But it's like if the guards are catching the ball up top and there's not really a
Yeah,
contest, you're just asking
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, they can't get beat. Once those guards get beat at the top, and that's what made our zone so good because it was hard to just get past our guards. They're guarding an area. When you're in a 2-3 zone, you're not guarding any particular person. You're just guarding a certain area. Okay. You're taking that area away. Okay. If we're forcing them to another area, we're switching off, sending them off to another guy. The other guy that isn't guarding somebody, he's dropping back and he's protecting that area. So whoever comes in that area, he has to be ready to guard. Okay. And you can't let him penetrate the middle because that's when you break the whole zone down. It's much more difficult to guard the zone up top than it is in the back with the big guys and the forwards, because we don't really have to move too much. You just come in the paint. The paint is it's small. It's a little area to protect. Okay. But out there on the wing, the court is so spread out, so they have a bigger area they have to protect. So you have to get on your good foot and you have to move your feet and you got to lock in. So it's dependent on your guards up top, honestly.
And if you look back at like all the fan favorites through Louisville, we'll go back on
Mm-hmm.
BJ Flynn. That guy
Mm-hmm.
averaged like 3 charges a game at Louisville.
Charges, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, Preston, uh, Peyton, Russ,
charges,
those
yeah,
guys could score too, but
mm,
those guys were absolute lockdown defenders. So,
right,
like, if these guys, Chucky,
yeah,
fan
mhm,
favorite,
right,
you're not scoring on that guy. So
yeah.
that's well, the one thing is like these fans absolutely love good defense.
Yeah, that's what we hang our hat on: good defense and taking pride, man. It's Louisville pride. And Kobe, I think Kobe's a guy that's capable of doing that. If Kobe, when he locks in his effort, he can be a guy up there that can give us some good balance at the top if he locks in. And whoever else you want to complement that. But you know, we'll see moving forward.
All right, we'll get into our only ugly of the game.
Okay, here we go. I just I don't know what we were doing right here, but it's just no continuity. Our spacing is bad. So we got stop. We got Javon. I think he was trying to create something with I don't know too much what he was trying to create, but kind of puts us. You never want to pick the ball up in the middle of the paint because you just kind of look. He doesn't have anywhere to go. He doesn't have anybody to pass it to. Nobody's moving. Our spacing is terrible. Everybody is kind of jam packed in one area. We don't have anybody at the bottom left hand in the corner over there. We don't have anybody in the wing. Everybody's in one area. So this leads to a turnover. You want to play it? This leads to a turnover. Bam, he knocks it out of Javon. Javon, you got to be strong with the ball. Chin it up. Don't let anybody just take the ball from you like that. But it's tough. He might have had Ryan on at the last second. He stole it. I think he was gonna hit Ryan, but Ryan kind of waited too long to cut, so it kind of threw off the rhythm. Ryan would have cut a little sooner, baby. We could have.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah, his man
but
got lost. Yeah, that helps too because you got two guys
yeah,
up there on McNeil worrying about McNeely, and but it
yeah.
was just
So,
he reaches back
but yeah,
right as he cut.
we're not making the defense work at all. And this is an interesting a layup that he gets away. Okay, boom, and then you give up that layup. it's tough, you know. So I mean, we'll take a look at the film, see what we can see. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. This is what we're looking at on film. This is all teaching stuff. But you know, shout out the guys, man. We're gonna get better from this. Trust me, we're gonna get better. Stay up. We got this.
When it comes to the wings in the city, there's only one stop that always delivers. This is always our go-to spot in the city. Pull up to Wing Station. If you rocking with Spillin' the Ville, we had to put our name on something special.
Wing Station, flavor that speaks for itself. Grab the Spill in the Meal deal. Crispy wings, bold flavors, fresh every single time. So we'll go ahead and dive into this Pitt preview. They're now 8-9. They just now finished up their game against Georgia Tech. They won 89-66. That's a game that they really needed because they'd lost 3 straight, and they really needed that win. They've also lost this season to Quinnipiac and Hofstra. So TJ, we'll get into your 3 keys, but before we do that, it is going to be TJ's 3 keys, brought to you by Wing Station, baby.
Yes, sir. TJ's 3 keys. Shout out Wing Station. All right. TJ's 3 keys. Key number 1. We want to get to our scores. We want to make sure that we get to our scores early. We want to make sure we get Sonny involved early, and we want to make sure we get Ryan involved and get them going early. We're going to lean heavily on our top scorers. Isaac, we're going to need you to show up. You know, we're not deep. Hopefully we get Kanai back for this game, and we get a few extra bodies out there. That'll be great for us. But key number 1 is just bring it. Just come ready to play. That's all I'm saying with that. Key number 2, we want to win the rebounding and second chance battle. You know, one of our big reasons that we're going to succeed in this next game is we're going to have to win the boards. We're going to have to win the board battle. Sonny, you're going to have to bring your hard hat. Got to get those rebounds up to double figures. We need you out there. We got to get you going. Key number 3, control the tempo. Just make great decisions with the ball. I think we've been playing too much east to west. We want to get more north to south, get the ball downhill, make sure that we're coming with maximum effort and full pace, and make sure we're coming with a lot of energy. So those are TJ's 3 keys, brought to you by Wing Station. Best wings in the city.
Yes, sir. A couple people to highlight. Cameron Corrin, he was on their team last year. One of their better players. He's 6'10", about 240. He's a senior. He had 17 points against Miami, and then tonight against Georgia Tech, he had 15 points and 3 boards on 6 of 9 shooting, 4 fouls in 28 minutes. Another guy that they have is Brandon Cummings. He's a guard. A couple weeks ago, he had 29 against, or actually their last game before Georgia Tech, he had 29 against Syracuse. He can really put the ball in the bucket, and he had 23 off the bench tonight, 9 of 20 shooting. So this guy, 3 of 8 from 3, he's going to come in and get his shots up. So we better have some active hands.
Yeah, just be active, get our deflections, and bring it. Bring the energy, and we'll be fine for sure.
All right, Terrence, that's everything that we've got planned for today. We appreciate Wing Station joining the family. Thank you to Unrivaled, Best Way, and Derek A. Stewart. That's everything that we've got with 35KY Sports today. But, Terrence, you got anything before we go?
Man, make sure you follow Spillin' the Ville on all social media platforms. Shout out Unrivaled, Best Way, The Best Way, Wing Station. Go get you that Spillin' the Meal deal ASAP. Derek A. Stewart, man, appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.